Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Challenge Runs in the Binding of Isaac. This is a run suggested by YouTube user Max Vinci, and this run is called All Ammo No Gun, although I feel like instead of All Ammo No Gun, Triachnid would be a pretty sweet name considering the way that we look right now. But in any case, this is a very simple run with a unique condition. We start with Polyphemus and Book of Belial, so our damage is quite good. However, the condition is, there's 5 items in the game, and if we get any of those items, then for the rest of the game, we cannot pick up a single remaining item, if that makes any sense. It's almost like, so there's no limits to this run right now. However, if I pick up Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Triple Shot, Quad Shot, or Spirit of the Night, then I'm not allowed to pick up any items for the rest of the game. So, you know, if I come across a deal with the devil on the second basement floor or the second cellar floor, then I have to make a decision if I get Mom's Knife or Brimstone showing up in a deal with the devil there, as to whether I want to take Mom's Knife or Brimstone, given that I won't be allowed to take any remaining items for the rest of the game. So this has the potential to be pretty interesting, I would say, and we'll see what comes out of it. For now, though, obviously we are going to absolutely milk every single opportunity to get items before we know that we're going to be in a position where we can't use them. Obviously, we're going to go to the curse room because there's so many hearts back here that we could get something big here. 3 flies, not necessarily what I would describe as something big, but it's better than nothing, I guess. And I'm really excited to see how this works out. There's a big risk reward. I mean, if I don't get an HP upgrade on this floor, I could reasonably foresee myself not going to some future floors. Or, sorry, not getting Mom's Knife or Brimstone early because I don't want to, basically. We can just check out our shop quickly. Oh, I would love that battery in conjunction with Book of Belial. We're not going to get enough money for it, sadly. Hopefully what I just said made a little bit of sense. What I meant was, the earlier Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Triple Quad, or Spirit of the Night show up, the less likely I am to pick them up. But you know that it's going to burn me up. Wow, that was incredibly fast. You know that it's going to burn me up to not pick up those items. So if I do pick them up, then the risk is, you know, I won't be able to pick up any items for the rest of the game. Maybe we miss out on like 10 stat upgrades as a result of that. So we'll see what happens here on the second floor. This is where things are going to get very interesting, I think. The first floor, you know, there's no risk, usually, unless we got Triple Shot or Quad Shot just randomly from an item room. Then that might have changed things, but that's so unlikely to happen, and in fact it did not happen. That second floor, where we might get a deal with the devil, Book of Belial, Brimstone, Mom's Knife, is really where things start to get interesting for this run, I would say. And hopefully, for the sake of making this run, you know, a unique challenge run, we do get a deal with the devil here. And we do get one of those items, just to see, you know, oh, come on! Just to see how my play would change, given those circumstances. Alright, come on. Fucking spiders, always the biggest assholes in the entire universe. Okay, we made that work. We actually got a decent amount of money from that as well. Sadly, we have 0 keys, which represents a real problem for us as we try to get all these items before we, you know, are completely incapable of doing so. Surely, one of those items will show up through deals with the devil, if nothing else. Although on the last run, I think we had no deals with the devil show up the entire time, which is crazy. In which case, you know, lucky me. It means I don't have to... it'll basically be a vanilla run, and I started with Polyphemus and Book of Belial, which is great. So we're going to continue looking around here. We also want to find the secret rooms, of course, give us a little extra money, potentially, or a slot machine that is worthless as of right now. Man, I'm just doing some sidetracking here. I can't believe both secret rooms just contained gambling machines. Oh well. We do have 1 key now, which I will certainly use to go to our item room down here. Don't open the chest! That would be a big mistake. We might as well shoot some of this poop, just to see what we've got. Maybe we can take us up to 15 cents. Who knows? And down here. Shoot up here. Nothing. What a total waste. Anyway, item room. Play big, please. Book of Sin. We can't get rid of Book of Belial. That was the one condition as well. But we can use Book of Sin, at least. And keep Book of Belial with us. So we picked up 1 key as a result of that. So effectively, nothing has changed. Now, we're not going to go to the shop just yet because I don't have the money to necessarily make it worthwhile. Although I might. I can't really bank on that because I want to save some money just in case the Steam sale is not in effect at this particular shop. We are going to get a Tinted Rock, which will give us a Spirit Heart here, and continue moving onwards. Remember, I did see all of those secret rooms already, and they contained basically nothing of value. Now we will go to the shop. Game dropped us 2 nickels on this floor, which is crazy enough in its own right. And I'm hoping we get battery charges, basically. We already saw the 9-volt, or the battery show up, so... Oh, that's a library, actually. That's really shitty. I would not have wasted a key if I knew that that was going to be the case. Oh, well. Shit happens, you know. Here's where things are going to get really interesting. I guess, for the awesomeness of the run, I'm hoping we kind of get HP upgrade deal with the devil, mom's knife. We'll see if that happens. First things first, though. Obviously, Book of Belial here. Surprisingly, Pin is going to take more shots than I thought. He's down to about 50% already, but I thought he would take like 3 shots to kill, given Polyphemus Book of Belial. One more should do it. If I could actually hit him. Remember, our rate of fire is pretty slow. Almost got hit there, actually. There we go. He's dead. We get an HP upgrade. So far, the prophecy is coming true. What do we have in here? Okay. Nothing that would cause me to not be able to take items, but also nothing I really want. So we're going to head down to the next floor. We're primed for deals with the devil now. They should appear more often. Oh, also, like, the reason those 5 items... Triple shot... Whoa, that's a lot of money. Triple shot, quad shots... Brimstone, Mom's Knife, Spirit of the Night is because those are the items that I think the commenter felt gave me the best chance of success. I think there's some items that we could throw in there. If we get Sacred Heart, we shouldn't be able to take any items for the rest of the game. If we get, let me think. If we get like any huge damage upgrade or something like that, we shouldn't be able to take any item for the rest of the game. But everything else, I'm totally fine adhering to the limits of the challenge. I'm actually making the challenge more difficult on myself here. Just on the off chance that we don't come across a Brimstone or Mom's Knife. You know what? This is definitely worth it. We get Mom's Purse here. That's an easy buy. We have enough money to buy lots of other stuff, but we don't really want to at this point. We don't really need bombs for now. We're going to amass enough bombs naturally, since we're not going to be using any to try to find the secret rooms, that there's no need to buy bombs whatsoever. We'll have enough to probably kill Mom's heart, as well as give us every tinted rock that we see in the game, so... There's not much reason to purchase one of those right now. See, we're just getting some naturally here, which is fine. I don't mind that. But keys are kind of a sore spot right now. I would definitely welcome some extra keys. Skeleton key would be a great item. We might as well use a bomb to get this. Maybe there'll be a key inside. Well, there's a lot of money inside. Money is becoming very, very common on this run so far, which is fine by me again. Sadly, we cannot replace our spacebar item, which seems to happen all the time. Finally get enough money to go to the shop with reliability? Sorry. You cannot change your spacebar item this time. Oh well. So there is our second secret room, and as well as a treasure chest that I will use a bomb to get to. Of course, 100%. I'm just gonna kill everything here. If I could actually hit this guy, which I did. Grandfather Fly's being kind of a pain in the dick, but we haven't been hit on this floor yet, so I think a deal with the devil is potentially in the cards for us here. Pick up Pinky Eye, which makes our shots occasionally do poison damage, which is interesting. We have a red chest. The red chest contains 2 pills. The first pill, bombs are key. That's kind of good, actually. Second pill, telepills to the cursed room, which we don't really want. What was our tinted rock here? Or our tarot card? They sound similar. Cut me some slack. The world, which doesn't really give us that much benefit, unless if we hold on to this world card, which is unlikely. But if we hold on to this world card until like the womb, cathedral, then it's going to be beneficial for us. But I would rather just buy a compass at some point, and we'll have the whole map filled out. We get 10 extra bombs by way of our item room here. If only... Actually, this is a good balance. I was going to say if only I'd gotten the bombs are key pill before that. But then we'd have 0 bombs, 15 keys. 10 bombs, 5 keys is a nice balance here. So, let's continue upwards here. Our boss room is immediately available. Sadly, we can't get to that key. But we'll see what we've got here. We got Gertie. I like this Gertie fight, because we should be able to do a ton of damage. And if I can just... Oh my god, I can't believe I got hit in the worst possible way. I can still do semicircular dodging here. I just worry about that nub in the bottom left. But I guess we can take care of that later, because it doesn't appear that it's going to be easy for me to take care of it right off the bat. So we're just going to do things this way. I can't believe I got hit by that fly. If I don't get a deal with the devil, I guess I can't 100% attribute it to that. But that is, like, possibly what has caused us to falter there. But hey, maybe that's a blessing in disguise, because it'll give us a chance to get more items before Mom's Knife, Brimstone, and Spirit of the Night show up. So, we're just going to keep moving. I took a little bit more damage, but we did get an HP upgrade. Here's where things get interesting. We have... That's Whore of Babylon, isn't it? Is there any way we can make good use of Whore of Babylon? I honestly don't think so. No, I don't think there's any really good way to make use of Whore of Babylon. If we had the Nail or Book of Revelations or something, possibly, or Guppy's Paw. But with our existing items, it's impossible. I can't tell if the game's being incredibly kind to me, or incredibly mean to, Max Vinci. who suggested a challenge run, but is now finding that for the first time, Brimstone and Mom's Knife just don't exist, apparently. And actually, what might make this worthwhile or interesting is if we actually augmented this run to give us, like, deck of cards that constantly gave us the Joker card. But for now, that's not a big deal. We might have possibly earned ourselves Deal with the Angel by passing up 2 deals with the Devil. I wouldn't necessarily say it's likely, but I think it has happened in that way in the past. As of right now, though, I'm digging this Book of Belial. I did use Book of Belial against Gertie, yeah. I'm digging this Book of Belial Polyphemus run. Anytime I get the opportunity to have a challenge run where I can do a lot of damage, I'm a happy camper. Because most of the time, challenge runs are like, hey, Northernlion, 0 speed, 0 damage, tons of health. Enjoy yourself, motherfucker. No, I will not enjoy myself. And I think you know that. Anyway, we got a Spirit Heart here. We also picked up a Steam sale. So, with 2 more shops available, you never know, then maybe we'll get something awesome from a shop in the very near future. Now that we have the Steam sale. Not that we were hurting for money before, in any case, but oh, I botched it a little bit. Let's try this again. And now they've moved. They were in, like, the perfect position for me before. Suddenly, everything has changed. Okay, they're killing themselves in the spikes. That's good news for me. Or maybe it was the poison damage that was doing it. I'm not totally sure. Here is our item room, which contains Peeper's Eye. I will certainly pick that up. And we're getting fairly decent items here. Not game-breaking items, but decent items. That's a library, which I'm not going to go to because I don't think it's worth a key. This room we don't need to do anything with, I guess. And we're just going to try to find our way to the boss room as soon as possible. In which case, we will again, at this point, I'm hoping HP upgrade, Deal with the Devil, Brimstone, Mom's Knife. Legitimately, that would put me in a position where I think I might stand a chance of beating the rest of the game at this point. Oh, shit. Peeper's Eye, save me. Peeper's Eye, save me. Kill one of them. I'm trapped in hell. I can wait. There we go. It hit one, at least. Just stand still. You're going to be safe. There we go. Okay, one's dead. It's going to hit this other one, I think. Okay, they're firing a little bit more slowly now. I'm just going to take a sip of my coffee, let Peeper's Eye handle this whole room. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. We may actually be able to make a break for it now. Suck on that. I can't believe we got out of that room without getting hit. I almost always get hit on that room. Now, of course, this room's a pain in the dick, as you just saw. Could have just stood still and I guess let Peeper's Eye handle it again. Where's the fun in that, though? Actually, watching Peeper's Eye try to kill those grandfather flies actually was kind of fun. Anyway, we're safely done with this room. I would say there's not much left remaining for us here. Spot Book of Belial. This guy's gonna die in like 2 hits probably, because he's the weakest boss. I believe. At least that we could face. I always love fighting this guy at this point in the game. Sometimes he can be a douche nozzle because he can create bomb flies if he's like the black champion. Which I just realized sounded incredibly offensive. If you took it the wrong way. Anyway, that's done. We did get hit once though, because I'm a dongo. And we'll see. Oh, we gotta deal with the angel. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I got hit again. Deal with the angel gives us guardian angel. But if I take this, I can't get deals with the devil in the future. So I don't even know what's happened to this challenge run. I've tried to adhere to the conditions. Max Vinci, you've been watching me. I'm trying to make this work, my friend. But it's not always, you know, meant to be, I guess. Instead, you've unknowingly created a monster here. Gifted me circumstances which are beneficial towards my survival. Could this possibly be the first challenge run 2 streak I've ever had of beating the chest? I think we've never beaten it twice in a row. I think I've barely beaten 2 challenge runs, to be honest with you. I end up dying on a lot of them. Because I think I overestimate. I either overestimate my own skill or underestimate the difficulty of the runs. Anyway, we've got a secret room here, which obviously we want to go to. In terms of, like, I just realized, other items that should be item breakers, like we shouldn't be able to take any more items after we pick them up. Obviously, Epic Fetus, Fetus in a Jar. If I end up taking those, we shouldn't take anything else. But we're kind of coming to the point where there's not going to be any more items to take anyway, if that makes sense. I guess, like, on... Oh, my God. It was completely unintentional. Let's do this. Max Vinci. What are the odds of that? You've created a monster here, my friend. Now, it is just a matter of time. Not will we beat the game, but how soon will we beat the game? Always, you never pass up Epic Fetus. Passing up Epic Fetus is just asking for never receiving it again, and considering it is the greatest gift that the troll engine can ever bestow on a young boy or girl, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth on that one. But anyway, at this point, items are now off the table. As I mentioned, I got to put my money where my mouth is. Even though it wasn't listed in the original conditions, I did quite literally just say, if we get Epic Fetus, we can't pick up any more items. Obviously, hearts, bombs, keys, and spirit hearts are still on the table. Oh, that was stupid of me. But everything else is off. Boss items, deal with the devil items, none of that is possible. Shop items. So despite picking up the Steam sale, there's not really much I can do with it now. But that's okay. Certainly, if you asked me, would you rather have the opportunity to pick up a couple more HP upgrades or Epic Fetus? 10 times out of 10, I'm going to say Epic Fetus, because it's arguably the most fun item to use in the game. And beyond that, everyone always says, pardon me, wow, what is wrong with my voice? Apologies, didn't get very much sleep last night. I always get a little bit husky in the throat when I don't get very much sleep. But anyway, people always say, Northernlion, you should really use your mouse to aim with Epic Fetus. That's probably true. As I've mentioned many times, it kind of takes the fun out of things, doesn't it? Just it's like, oh, it's like a light gun shooter using the controller or something. Makes it too easy, man. So we're on Necropolis 2 here, which means we're going to be fighting Mom, which should be a very easy boss fight for us. Maggie's Faith. I mean, we can't even use Maggie's Faith effectively, because it's only going to pay out for us at the end of this floor. But we can't even take... Oh, we do have Mom's Purse, though! By the way, I don't think trinkets necessarily count as items, so I'm going to feel okay with picking this up. And this is actually going to allow me to pick up some HP upgrades as we move on. Although now I feel a little bit cheesy about picking that up. Okay, you know what? Maybe to make it fair, because now I can't really just get rid of this trinket because I picked it up. But I'll roll Polaroid Pinky Eye instead of rolling Polaroid Maggie's Faith, which would be probably... I don't really want to deal with that room if I don't have to. Which would make things probably a little bit too easy, because I would basically be cheating the system. Oh, that was not good. And I'd be picking up a bunch of health upgrades, like one extra per floor. Might not technically be cheating, but as I say many times, I think it would be outside of the spirit of the challenge run, and I don't want to betray good Max Vinci and you know, his noble sentiments when he came up with this run. We're already kind of playing with fire here, considering we got Epic Fetus, but in my defense, I did create a new condition where I could not... Oh, come on. Where I could not simply just pick up more items after picking up Epic Fetus. I'm taking a lot of damage here. Things could go terribly wrong. I don't necessarily think that they're going to yet, but stranger things have happened. We might actually have to go through this room anyway. We don't. Don't get hit. Don't get hit. Drop some red hearts. That's a red patch. That's kind of similar, I guess, but not really what I was going for. Unicorn Horn is cool, but again, we can't really get rid of Book of Belial. That was listed in the conditions. I'm going to be a nice guy and adhere to those. Got another bomb and another key. Key may actually be important, because of course, on the chest, we're going to need those. Bomb, probably not going to be important, let's be honest here. I think I can shoot that chest out of the spikes, though. And we can get a little taste of that. Yeah, okay. So give me some red hearts, please, chest. Well, it gave me half a red heart. That's something. The extra key doesn't hurt either, again. Well, I mean, once we get to the chest, we can't even pick up those items anyway, but I might like to see them anyway. Oh, shit. Okay, just get out of here. Almost took a staggering amount of damage. Ended up just taking a shocking amount of damage. Not quite staggered. Disappointed. Disappointed! An extra half red heart doesn't hurt, but I'm getting a little bit concerned about my lack of health. I find your lack of health disturbing. Anyway. I guess at the shop we could buy hearts, which is probably what I'll do considering I have so many keys and so much money. So if there's hearts available, spirit hearts, beautiful. Hopefully we don't end up fighting greed. Ah, that's perfect! I can't buy the compass. As much as I would love to buy the compass. And you know I'd love to buy the compass because I mentioned it earlier. In any case though, we basically got back to full health. I feel like I've got a new lease on life now. And I think our chances are pretty good. But they're not perfect. Like, we still do run a pretty substantial risk of either killing ourselves or just slowly getting whittled down over time. If we don't get very many red heart drops, we could possibly find ourselves dying. But for now, everything's hunky-dory. Epic Fetus versus Mom is a decent matchup for us. Crowd control becomes something of an issue. And as does, like, aiming appropriately. As does dodging, as you can see. But it's okay. Kill this dude again, basically doing some crowd control there. We're still alive. I've been hit twice. That's not so bad. Mom's gonna take one more hit and then be done forever. So we cannot, remember, take that meat. But I'm gonna take Polaroid, Pinky Eye, because I think taking Maggie's Faith is a little bit cheesy. We'll head down to the next floor. This might be a good opportunity to use the world card, but I also want to save it as long as I can. Because of course, the longer we save it, the more useful it becomes. Because on those later floors, it saves me from more dickishness than I'll get into on the womb here. If I could save it for at least the cathedral, I'd feel a lot better. There's our secret room. We do have brain dudes here. I would love the ability to fly. Sadly, that's, you know, of course, literally impossible for us to get given the conditions of this run at this point. There's 2 secret rooms I haven't checked on yet. Why did I go through this room is a legitimately interesting question. I guess that extra red heart could come in handy, but that's only if I don't take any extra damage on this fight here. Otherwise, we break even at best. Plus a key, but, you know, with 11 keys, we're not in an awful key position at this point. Luckily, the rooms are fairly easy. I mean, we are pretty overpowered, all things considered here. We're trying to focus on this Monstro at the back here, which is now dead. Monstro at the side is going to be close. Maybe one more hit now. There we go. And we picked up a dime as well. Something that could come in handy, I don't know, if we come across a fortune teller or something. Eternal Heart. If we can make that last, that could be important. Makes up for not having Maggie's Faith on this floor. And in our secret room here, we fight Greed, which we're not going to do. So instead, I'm just... Oh, it's Super Greed now. See ya. This is great. I didn't expect this, but we've got Blue Larry Jr., which means a Spirit Heart, which means we have some protection for that Eternal Heart that we just picked up. That's awesome. I might as well pick up the money as well, even though it's probably not going to come in handy. And sadly, we must have, like... Do I not? I have the... Oh, I don't have the map. I was wondering, like, why I couldn't see the map, because I've been under the impression that we've had the map, but we have not. We just have the X-ray goggles, which is what allows us to see those secret rooms. Got it. So the compass would have been exceptionally valuable, but luckily... Amazingly, I have held on to this world card for much longer than I expected. So we should be okay. On one floor, at least, in the near future. This green dude's moving too fast, but now he's dead, so... You know, joke's on him, I guess. This is not the way we want to go. 2 keys to open a golden chest is usually not worth it, but in this position, I think it's okay. We're going to stick with the Hangman card, unfortunately. So we did waste 2 keys there, but again... Very unlikely that that's going to come back to bite us in the ass anytime soon. So Blast Assist. I will Blast Assist if you don't mind. I actually got a pretty gross text the other day. My parents, or my mom specifically, texted me and was like, hey, since you like went to university for biology, do you want to pop the cyst on your cat's face when you come home for Christmas? And I just said, God, no. Because that sounds horrible. But I'll probably end up doing it anyway. She said, hey, we'll have a few drinks, it can be a party. That doesn't sound... cat cyst popping party. Everyone's invited. Maybe I'll film it, put it on YouTube. Who knows, man. A million hits right there. There's a certain subset of people out there, and I'm not judging them, but there are a certain subset of people out there that love watching, like, cyst popping videos. There's a certain subset of people out there who love videos of cats, even though my cat is not really all that cute, it still might play out. If those work in synergy with one another, who knows, maybe it could surpass, like, Gangnam Style for the most watched video on YouTube. Anyway, there's White Pony. Obviously, we can't really do much with White Pony because we can't take it right now. What we will do is just continue onwards here. Womb Part 2. Possibility for us to use our world card exists here. But again, we did so decently, not great, but decent on the Womb Part 1 that I kind of feel like we don't need to use that world card just yet. I really just want to blow this guy up. Don't take that out of context. I really just want to blow this guy. The Northernlion story. Fuck off. We have lasers here. The lasers are dead. We had lasers here at a point anyway. I fucking hate these guys. Okay, so we got a pill. What does the pill do? Doesn't really matter, I guess. Secret room. What does the secret room have? Money. And a thoroughfare to get to a little bit later on. There's a laser that has done damage to us. That's annoying. But, hey, we're still doing fine here. Still full health. I would love to get, like, some insurance in the form of a full health pill at some point. Even a bad trip pill, I guess, would function okay. But we could still make this work. I still think we've got a very good chance of beating Isaac and thus having a decent chance of getting to and beating Blue Baby as well. But an extra full health pill would not hurt. Certainly. This is a dead end, unfortunately. Which I kind of did not expect. I was pretty confident in my intuition on this one. Sadly, best laid plans of mice and men. Well, you know the rest of the quote. I don't even know why I'm fighting in this room, and I could just leave because it's a dead end. So I did just leave. That's the kind of decision that vintage Northernlion, even up to like a week ago, would not make. I would just be like, why don't I just fight them? I'm already here. Maybe they'll give me something useful. They're not going to give you something worth dying for, man. Telepills. I think we're going to stick with the world card. As interesting as Telepills could be, I think the world card is more important for us right now. This is, again, worth 2 keys, I would say. It's a speed upgrade, which we cannot take. If I took it, though, I wouldn't have felt too bad about it, because it's not like a speed upgrade is game-breaking. Still, adhering to the specifics of the challenge run. Doing my best, anyway. Another Spirit Heart, very worthwhile. 2 of these douchebags are dead. Almost 3 of these douchebags are dead. That's my more positive way of phrasing it. We have an arcade up here. I knew I was going to get hit there. Of course, the one downside with Epic Fetus is that if you have a lot of enemies that are small and coming at you quickly, there's not too much you can do about that. But anyway, our Spirit Heart absorbed most of the damage there. Or all of the damage there, technically. And we must have reached the area where we're going to get to Mom's Heart here. We have another pill, which we may or may not know what it does. Oh, that was awful. Bad gas. Well, that was worth it, clearly. Take the world card here. The world is yours. The world. Anyway. I think we've heard enough NOS references in Northernlion videos for a while. Every time I say a NOS reference, I get like 4 tweets. Just say like, life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. What can I say, man? Illmatic, that's a classic album. Whenever people talk about, you know, Empire State of Mind, I'm like, no, man, New York State of Mind. Rappers be monkey flipping with this funky rhythm, I be kicking. 10% of you out there know what I'm saying right now. We're gonna pop this down, we're gonna get Book of Belial going here. We're gonna drop some fat-ass Epic Fetuses in here. This should be the easiest boss fight that we face, basically, for the rest of the game. I don't know how... Wow, I don't know how I got hit there, 1, but 2, I don't know how Mom ducked out of there so quickly. I'm not sure how that works out, but that's okay. Got some zombies coming in here, inevitably. Lasers are dead. Mom's glitching out. She can't figure out what to do here. But pretty soon, we're gonna be in permanent bomb state. Duke of Flies already dead. More like the Duke of Dies, am I right? Michael A.L. Fox from, like, May of this month. Anyway, okay, so we've got some extra HP. We're going up to the cathedral. Gonna buy a bunch of peaches. And I'm not using the world card just yet. It's encouraging in a way because it shows my confidence about my abilities right now. But it might also show my foolishness about what to do with the actual resources at my disposal. Okay, we got out of there just fine and we're back to full health. I think I can find and fight Isaac without using my world card and without taking too much damage. The trick on these guys is obviously just to stand as far away as possible. There's another pill for us. Bombs are key. Yeah, I mean, why not? 28 keys is not going to make a huge difference from 12, but there's no reason not to. That Eternal Heart could come in handy. 95% chance we do not actually make it last to the next floor, though. There's like a 50% chance we don't even make it last to the next room. That pill is bad trip. If only I'd known that was bad... There's our Eternal Heart gone, by the way. If I'd known that pill was bad trip, I would have kept it instead of the world card, because it would have been more beneficial for us, certainly, to have a full health pill. Oh well. Again, now we know if we come across another one, what to do with it. Sadly, we've reached a dead end here. With this health, we can beat Isaac. There's no question about that. The real question is, can we beat Isaac, have enough health left over to beat the chest, to get to Blue Baby, and then beat Blue Baby? And that's something that's a little bit more up in the air, George Clooney and Anna Kendrick. But... keep going here. It's our first Eyeless Ooze, guys! It took me by surprise. Eyeless Ooze, guys, took me by surprise. The Northernlion story. It rhymes! That sounds like a good, like, wordplay for a review or something. Eyeless Ooze, guys, this season's surprise on ABC. 2 out of 10. When we said surprise, we meant it's The worst thing we've ever... Sometimes I don't even know, guys. We blew up a lot of those. We got a Spirit Heart. I'm taking too much damage. So much for me knowing the secret to taking out these bomb flies. The Spirit Heart, though, that's going to prove valuable. The Spirit Heart, Osborne. First you attack the Spirit Heart. Anyway, we're going to come up here to the left, I guess. This has not been a good floor for us so far, but of course the potential for us to find a full health pill always exists. Or just a lot of red hearts over the next few rooms. I mean, this is the second secret room. There is a second secret room. Oh, that's the first secret room. Never mind then. What I was gonna say is there is a second secret room that merely consists of, like 20 red hearts, and that would be awesome to run across right here. Oh, come on. I almost had him killed, and he managed to hit me. We got a Spirit Heart back for it, but it's not worth it. There's our boss room. Can we do this? 50-50. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, Anna Kendrick as well. Wow, that was unexpected. Again, I think we found a title for this episode if I wasn't already using one gun, or all gun, no ammo. All ammo, no gun. I can't remember the name, actually, specifically right now. It's not looking so hot. It's going to come down to the wire here. Oh, how did I not dodge that? Okay, this is the important part. Stay safe. Stay alert. Stay safe. You guys grow up in Canada, too? He's so close to death. Oh my god, okay, we're alive and we have one extra hit that we can take now. I gotta open these up just to see what they are. Kamikaze. Fly Love. Wait, no, it's Mulligan, I think. Little Chub. And Monster Manuel. So this is pretty much inarguably the worst possible setup. Like, if I was not in the current position that I was in, I would be furious with these items. But what I am going to do, might seem crazy, that I'm going the opposite way of the boss. I think we have to do this in order to give ourselves a chance at the secret room, which may or may not contain, like, a slot machine or... Oh, God, I got hit by the AIDS poop. This might be how our death looks to us. Oh, man, I, like, ricocheted it right into me. But in any case, thank you to Max Vinci for that challenge run suggestion. As always, continue to leave your challenge run suggestions in YouTube or on Twitter. I'll see them when I get a chance and do the ones that I deem most appropriate. But again, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.